Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
It was really obvious that they had a little business going.
A warning tonight from a Moorhead grandfather. His 8-year-old granddaughter had something very precious taken during cleanup week.
He says it could have been mistaken for junk, or a thief could have swooped in and taken it. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer investigates the case of the stolen popcorn machine.
It started off as a typical Saturday afternoon for Dan Hoteri and his granddaughter Harper.
They put up the lemonade stand, then they decided they wanted to put the popcorn machine out.
He says she and a friend were out on the curb in front of his house, giving out lemonade, popcorn, and greeting the letter carrier.
I was busy in the garage, tinkering, getting ready for cleanup week, and listening to the Twins game.
But the girls decided to take a break from the crush of business. They went to the backyard to jump on the trampoline. They were only gone a few minutes, and then Hoteri heard what he says was a loud car driving by. He went outside to take a look, and sure enough, the popcorn machine is gone.
Went to the backyard and I asked the girls, just in case, did you take the popcorn machine into the backyard?
Yeah.
And they said no, and their eyes got a little big, and I said, well, it's gone.
And get this, Hoteri says the machine had an extension cord plugged into it, and there was even fresh popcorn inside. So you guys went out on the trampoline, and you came back and it was gone. Were you surprised?
I told you, I just got it a couple weeks ago and I'm experimenting with it.
Harper's grandpa just got one of these security cameras, but unfortunately, it didn't pick up the car that drove past.
It was written on the curb.
And as this cleanup week is ending, he wants you to keep in mind something for next year.
Keep your stuff away from the curb, if possible.
Hoteri says it could have been a mistake, but he doesn't think so, since it seems so obvious the machine was being used. And now he's on the hunt for a new popcorn machine. But he's just happy Harper's brand new bike, sitting next to the stand, wasn't taken. In Moorhead, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Police tell us this isn't a huge problem during cleanup week, but they have heard of cases where people have noticed their things missing from their front yard during the week, whether mistakenly or intentionally.
Most of the residents from a South Fargo apartment building are back in their homes this evening after a fire on the 3rd floor caused them to evacuate earlier this afternoon. It happened on the 4800 block of 28th Avenue South. An official with the Fargo Fire Department tells us they got a call about smoke billowing from the 3rd floor. By the time they got there, a sprinkler system had already put out most of the fire. The person who lives there wasn't home at the time. Investigators are trying to figure out a cause for the fire. There is water damage to apartments below where the fire started.
Pretty decent day to launch into a Mother's Day / fishing opener weekend. Let's hope it continues that way. But let's find out the latest on tonight with Justin, who has your no-wait weather. Justin?
And thank you, Mike and Andrea. Good evening, everybody. Yes, we are seeing variably cloudy skies out there right now. Some of us getting a good amount of sun, but also there are some isolated showers, especially off to the north and to the west of the Fargo area. So just north of Jamestown, especially into the Devil's Lake area, and now approaching the Northern Valley. There is a chance of seeing some isolated showers. Temperatures ranging from the mid-50s into Lakes Country to the lower 60s into the Southern Valley right now, as we still have breezy conditions, but it is a southerly wind of 15 to 30 miles per hour. So going through this evening, we will see a clearing trend, mainly clear skies into the evening, but we're going to keep that strong southerly wind, so temperatures only getting into the upper 40s and lower 50s for evening plans. We'll tell you what to expect as we go through the weekend, including a chance of some rain and a nice warm-up to start next week. That's later in the newscast.
That sounds good. Thanks.
A 17-year-old boy has been sentenced in Becker County District Court for a felony firearm violation. Court documents state the Ponsford teenager admitted to buying a firearm, taking pictures of it, and then posting the photos on Facebook in an attempt to show it off to his friends. Back in 2017, the then 14-year-old was charged with felony first-degree burglary and was prohibited from possessing a firearm. The teenager will spend 60 months in prison in St. Cloud.
An upcoming court appearance for the man accused of killing 4 people in Mandan has been delayed. Chad Isaak won't be attending his preliminary hearing until August 12th. This will allow more time to review evidence. Isaak is charged with murdering the co-owner of RJR Management and 3 employees. Police say they were shot and stabbed. Isaak is a Washburn chiropractor who lived on the property managed by RJR. Police still have not yet identified a motive. He faces up to life in prison.
A Moorhead man charged with sexual assault in Burleigh County has been put on administrative leave from North Dakota State University. 44-year-old Viet Doan was charged Wednesday with 2 counts of sexual assault. He's accused of touching a minor in November while in Bismarck. An NDSU spokesperson says Doan is the director of Enrollment Management Administrative Systems for the university and has been with NDSU since 2015.
Valley City intends to vigorously defend itself against allegations that the city and 2 of its police officers were negligent in the death of Warren Lindvold. A federal civil rights lawsuit was filed by Lindvold's family after the 72-year-old was arrested for DUI and later died. Outside investigators announced earlier that no criminal charges would be filed. Lindvold died of a broken neck after he was arrested in mid-July of last year on suspicion of DUI.
Meanwhile, the planning continues for a new jail facility in Valley City. The current one is more than 100 years old. One of the ideas is to construct a joint law enforcement center to house the Sheriff's Office, Valley City Police Department, the 911 Dispatch Center, and a 40-bed jail facility. The goal is to build a new jail for between $9 and $13 million along the I-94 corridor east of Valley City.
If you live in Breckenridge, your water currently has higher than normal pH levels. It's believed that a recent power outage is affecting the amount of lime that is dispensed into the water. Now, the problem is being addressed, but it's going to take some time to get the water back to normal. In the meantime, residents are asked not to use the water for drinking, making ice, brushing teeth, washing dishes, food preparation, bathing, showering, or even hand washing until further notice.
We have a traffic alert for people living in the Grand Forks area. Crews will be closing University Avenue from Princeton Street to Columbia Road on Monday, May 13th at 7 in the morning. This closure is part of a reconstruction project on University Avenue. The entire project is expected to last into late August.
Due to dropping river levels, Grand Forks authorities have lifted the closure along the Red River throughout Grand Forks County. Public access points are said to be open now. Caution is still being strongly advised. As water levels continue to fall, hazardous debris may still be submerged. Any concerns on the river can be reported by calling the phone number on your screen, 701-780-8280.
If you were out on Fargo roads today, you may have been stalled by large houses on wheels. The city of Fargo bought out the houses as part of the diversion project, and they're being moved. They have been on the road all day and still are. The 4 buildings on wheels are comprised of 1 complete house, another split in 2, and a garage. Earlier today, we found the houses stuck at an intersection. Onlookers watched as workers scrambled to get the house back on its axle.
I've seen some houses move before, I mean, there's been a lot of houses getting moved due to the fact that, the diversion's going in and a lot of buyouts, but not in the middle of the intersection like this was kind of surprising, I guess.
We're told the final destination for the houses is rural Horace.
I came upon that house parade today. It is amazing. Slow going,
Yes,
as he does it.
Very slow.